Welcome back to our special edition of Cohen and Kerr. We're hosting special debates, issues forums, if you will, with all the candidates for the Board of Supervisors in Stafford County this year. And today we're focusing on the Falmouth race with Meg Bomke and Greg Bundrick. We're going to continue with our questions, and I'd like to start with Meg by asking, Stafford has made a lot of efforts towards economic development. There's been Legoland, the Quiet Town Center very recently, and I wanted to ask just what efforts do you think are appropriate for the county to make, how extensive should they be, and what results should we be looking for?
That's a great question. As you know, we did not get the Legoland, and I think in reality it was we just didn't have enough homes here, and other areas did. The Quiet Town Center project was very controversial. I voted against the second TIF because I did not feel that that was the role of government. And you know, we have a lot of business in Stafford County that have expanded over the years, and we have not given them any additional incentives or financial money to expand their businesses. And I did not feel that that was right. We need to be able to bring a developer in there, set up that project without a large TIF like $18 million. If somebody wants to come here, they can build the infrastructure and they can come here on their own. They have to want to be in Stafford County. My other big concern with that was it was going to pull other businesses out of the big box stores, and then we would have blight in those areas. You know, if you look at our tourism right now is up 16% just from the last quarter. We're doing a tremendous amount. You don't always see it all in economic development. And we are a combination of a bedroom community and commercial development. And we're working on that constantly. I would say one of our key positions in Stafford County is our economic development director. But it is paramount on all of our minds because you have to have a blend between commercial and residential. And years ago, we were completely a residential community, but that is not the case anymore. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Meg. I'd like to turn to Greg with the same question.
See, I believe that we need to have economic development and prosperity here in Falmouth. This issue in terms of tax incentives did come up at a board meeting, and Ms. Bomke did have an arcane expression about the role of government in terms of government helping people. And I believe government has an active role to play. I'm not talking about giveaways. I'm talking about people needing a boost, targeted, specific, time-limited, so a small business or a medium-sized business can get off the ground. And I believe government has a role there. No small business person is looking for a handout, but they are asking for a hand up. And I believe that county government does have a role to play.
All right, this one's for you, Meg. This is regarding growth and development. A lot of the development going on in the county right now is by right and not just a result of rezonings. So how do you plan to mitigate the impacts of by right development, especially in light of the new proffer law?
Our board took action this past fiscal year during our budget season. And we too are concerned about the by right development. And as you know, our hands are tied on the by right development. But we do want to mitigate as much of the sprawl as we possibly can. And one thing that we did in this past budget season is we allocated $600,000 to our Purchase of Development Right program. And that's the most we've ever had in our budget. And that will give us flexibility to have primarily the farmers and people that want to participate in our PDR program come in, and we have funds allocated specifically for this program. We can put them into preservation, and then those areas will not be developed. So I'm very excited about that. It was a big discussion that our board had, and you know, we have in our comprehensive plan our targeted growth areas, and that's where we want our growth to occur. So that is a major step that we took this past year.
Great, thank you, Meg. Same question for you, Greg?
Yes, ma'am. People do have a right to sell their property. There are issues of rezoning that comes to the board's attention. We also have issues of the comprehensive plan. I believe the comprehensive plan has been generally ignored by the county. We need to go back to the comprehensive plan in terms of planning development. 80% of development is supposed to be occurring in targeted growth areas. Right now it's 60%. I think that's wrong. We need to go back to the comprehensive plan. We need to honor people's right to sell their property. And we need to, as I said, abide by the principles of the comprehensive plan and guide people along that way.
We've just got a couple minutes for this next question. It's kind of a big question in such a short period of time, but there's been a lot of tension between the Board of Supervisors and the school board. At least it's been apparent to many in the public, and myself included. What's your take on this, and how would the two boards better work together?
Well, I have to defend that because I was actually on the school board when the 3-on-3 board committee was created, and it's the 3 supervisors and 3 school board members that are able to sit in a room like the one we're sitting in today. Typically, there's no press there. There's absolutely no voting that's taking place. Every board member on each side can come up with anything they would like to talk about on the agenda. It's an opportunity for all of us to get together. Sometimes there are only 3-on-3 on each side there. Other times, other board members, school board and supervisor members are there. That has been a very productive conversation over the last, let's see, I believe it's been 6 years now. And, you know, there is always going to be, and I would call it the healthy discussion between the school board and the Board of Supervisors. That is nothing that is going to go away because there's never enough money. Even back 20 years ago, there wasn't enough money. So I have a great relationship with all the school board members. I talk to many of them, and I think that we have a good relationship, but there's always a conversation about is there more money? Is there more money? That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Meg. Greg?
Yes, sir. I believe the conflict between the Board of Supervisors and the school district are epic. We all know of them. They are in the paper. We can read about them. We can see them on television. And they have had an impact on our educational system. I'm glad that Ms. Bomke believes that she has had good private discussions with people from the school district, but those outcomes are not apparent to the public. So we have to work on that. And as I said in my opening address, I want to take on establishing a good working relationship with the school district.
Well, thank you very much. We are going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. So please don't turn off your television sets. This is a good debate. The conversation is excellent. And you can learn a lot more about Meg Bomke and Greg Bundrick if you stay tuned.